Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and today we're going to take a look at one of the new WizKids Deep Cuts Unpainted miniature sets. Okay, so we just did an unboxing and paint up of the Royal Court set, and now we have the Kingdom Retainers. So this set is made up of workers and things you would find inside of a castle. So if you haven't already watched it, I've got a link in the description to the other video. And while you're at it, if you're interested in Dungeons & Dragons and miniatures and mini painting and unboxing and reviews, subscribe. Click the notification bell, leave a comment, like the video, tell me what you think. I really appreciate your support. The Castle Kingdom Retainers is not a normal kind of heroes or monster set. This is made up of things you would find in a castle or a keep, kind of things related to more day-to-day operations. Okay, up first we have our female military commander, our male second in command, female cook, male baker, our male jailer, our true hero for today, the female dung sweeper, two banners, a shield, a ring of fire, a water basin, command table. Here's our oven, a bucket, a shovel, a mop. I've never been more excited in my life to paint something than I am this dung pile. I almost feel like this is small enough that we could have had maybe a dozen dung piles, really. WizKids, please think about a spin-off of just a dozen dung piles. Two cargo boxes, identical. Two rope piles, a net pile, and stocks. We've got these sticks and fire. We have these pieces that go on the table. Kind of like our castles here, their castles here, draw the battle troops there. These are on a sprue, which for as far as I know is pretty unusual for WizKids to do. And the last thing is the same as the other set, a single medium base. We have 6 people, but we have 1 base. Why? So let's get a couple of these painted up and then take a second look. Okay, so remember, a lot of these are pretty basic, but that's all we're looking for when it comes to our tabletop terrain. Just enough to give the player an idea. So up first, our stocks, a single coat of contrast paint, and a little silver. Very easy, very quick. Same thing for the boxes. Just 1 coat, contrast paint, little silver dots for those nails. We've got 2, so inside and out, they're the same. One thing to consider is working on kind of in-world themes. So when it comes to wood, I tend to use the darker color for noble kind of stuff, so higher end. So we use the wildwood contrast paints there. And then when it comes to things that might be lower end, maybe belongs to a peasant or in an inn or something, I tend to go with the lighter wood. It gives your world a little bit of in-world continuity kind of thing. Nobody's gonna notice it, but it's fun. Our bucket, contrast paint, a little silver, a little rope, a couple seconds. The net, I love how detailed the WizKids minis get. So your contrast paint on something like this really, really shines through. Our shovel, just a couple contrast paints, just a couple highlights. Your players aren't going to spend a ton of time looking at the shovel. They need to see, oh, there's a shovel. Same idea for the rope. Get it good enough so it looks like rope. Don't waste a ton of time on it. You don't need to. You want to guess what we did for the dung? That's right. Just a little snake bite leather contrast paint. 1 coat and we're done. So for the oven, we've got our pile of sticks and a little fire, right? Super, nothing crazy. So those go inside the oven, which I'm really happy with this oven. Did the whole thing first in like a cream coat and then put alternating brick colors, one more orangish and one more maroonish. And then the stucco we kept cream. We did a brown wash on there, and then we did a gray wash on the bricks, and then tried to rub most of it off so you get that kind of worn in dirty texture, and then just a little black for that piece. Our ring of fire, guess what? Contrast paint and more contrast paint. The shield, we've just got 2 different contrast paints and a little silver on the handles. Now normally I would have painted a little logo on here, but I didn't do it for this time because I'm thinking I might use this for something else. In one of the older Unpainted WizKids set, there's this suit of armor. And so that's where I first painted, used the dark blue contrast paint with a French fry symbol. I actually have a similar French fry tattooed on my shoulder. So sometimes it's fun to build a little in-game continuity, kind of like with the wood. So the flags have that same French fry logo sitting in that dung pile with the high-end dark wood. The command table has those little pieces, and so I've painted those up with just some different colors, and I've already lost one somewhere. I don't imagine that I would use these in-game. They're just too small, too easy to get lost. But the actual command table I'm really, really happy with. So we use that same dark wood. So this map, this is from one of my favorite campaigns, the Sunday Adventure People. So I am not great at freehand, but I'm really, really happy with this. All right, it's time to look at the people. Up first, we have our female commander. See, she's got that same French fry icon on her tabard there. I think she turned out great. She's got kind of golden plate armor. We used that same kind of eyeball technique we used in the last painting video. We were a little bit better this time. Our male second in command has golden chainmail, so you see how we build kind of a style, right? So it's the same colors generally, and then on our cloak we've got the logo there again, but most of this is just contrast paint again. Okay, our jailer, he's kind of a big guy. I like that, it's fun. He's got his keys, his eyes, it's the same. So this is just a white dot and then a black dot, and that's it. Our female cook, I don't know what she's cooking. It kind of looks like a bowl of raw chicken. Don't think about it too much. Our baker, he's got his dirty cloth there. He's got his bread that I'm really happy with. Bright red pants. I always like for commoners and peasants to have kind of crazy fashion. Maybe they don't look the best. And for our most important piece, the dung sweeper. I think this is kind of fun, obviously, because it's just silly. I do want to say, though, that the box says and shows a mini of it painted as a female dung sweeper, but this mini absolutely has a full goatee, like as the part of the face sculpt. So I think this set's pretty cool. I always appreciate getting characters that aren't the heroes, that aren't the monsters, that are just the regular folk. I like the variety in these. I like the terrain. I think it's interesting. And I think it's important to remember that, yes, we want to do a good job. We want anything we paint to look good. But especially when it comes to terrain, a lot of times you do want it to become the background. You don't want the players to focus on the shovel. You want the players to acknowledge that there's a shovel there. Something like the command table, that you might spend a little bit more time on with the map. You could turn that into something that has actual in-game value. Like maybe the map that's on that table isn't a map that the players already had access to, so it gives them a new resource. Like usual, I picked this up on Miniature Market. I think it was like $35 or $40. Check out your friendly local game store or go online. I'll have a link to Miniature Market in my description below. It's not affiliate or sponsor or anything. It's just, that's where I got it. So if you like these kind of unboxings and miniature painting reviews, go ahead and subscribe. I don't want you to miss out on anything. I post new videos every Sunday. Over on Instagram, I post new minis every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've got links down in the description. Tell me what you think. Is the WizKids Castle Kingdom Retainer set something that interests you? Or do you want to stick to just the classic heroes? All right, that's it for this week. Thank you. I'll see you next time.